Welcome to Turn to Your Doom, a Choose Your Own Adventure book podcast where I read a Choose Your Own Adventure book and I have someone who does the adventure. Welcome to a new episode. With me today, I have going to be a new voice, a fellow sibling of the soil, Roan.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, hello, I'm here. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be hanging out.
Yeah, you definitely don't have a gun to your head right now.
No,
being forced to say this.
I'm here.
No, not at all.
I'm here of my own volition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely have both of your hands free to do whatever you want, and you can leave the room anytime you feel like it.
None of my digits have been separated from my body.
Yeah. So this is officially going to be the, I guess, technically gayest episode we have, because we're both, and queerest episode, because we're both MBs.
Finally.
And I think, do you like both boys and girls? Or
I'll take everyone who has me.
Yeah, so we're both, so technically, we both can't make decisions, and we're both sluts, according to the internet. So, yep, so this is the queerest one.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know. I like to point that out, because...
it's what we deserve.
It's what we deserve. But yeah, so, I would like to ask you, have you read or interacted with Choose Your Own Adventure books, or style?
Not really. It's never really been a thing that I interacted with in my childhood, so, yeah, no, never. I'm very excited.
Oh. You never had the freedom to choose your own way. You're forced to go down a singular path.
Just,
every single time.
Every single time. Although, for a little high, I would, skip to the end of the book, see how it finished. So, in a way, I was choosing there, but, not really.
Well, well, we are going to be doing a book that has a really good cover and art today. Supercomputer by Edward Packard. A old favorite.
Old Eddie.
And this is and illustrated by Frank Bolle or Bolle?
Just whatever you think is right. Whatever your heart says.
I will say, I don't want to be like a, reject modernity, return to, tradition or anything. Embrace tradition. But, I really like the retro covers so much more. They're so pulpy.
I mean, when you gave me the options of what to do, I really like the cover for this.
Yeah, the cover has a kid. I can't tell if it's a very androgynous looking kid. And he's there on the ground, and there's just a whole bunch happening. So if we start from the top, we have a space shuttle in space. And then we have like a balloon. We seem to have something like a Taj Mahal type thing. I think racist depictions of some kind.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
It may or may not be racist. I don't know. I'll judge once we're in the book.
It was the 80s probably.
Well, this one came out in 84.
See, it was the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, we have some warrior types that seem to be wearing headdresses with spears, and they're brown. And then we have a really detailed and cool-looking robot, like retro-futuristic robot, which I like a lot.
Very cool.
If you notice, it has collapsible legs that go down, that will, turn into, it will, with blah, 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 blah. It has legs that can fold up, so it can go on tank treads.
Easy to transport.
Has like a keyboard in its chest.
So you can send hate mail to people while you're on the go.
Or you can send hate mail to it directly, but not say it out loud. So
God, the future is wonderful.
Not anonymously like you do it now, but at least you're not talking behind its back.
You're talking into its keyboard. Imagine getting a message just beamed directly into your brain that's like, fuck you.
Isn't that just depression?
Yeah. Actually.
Depression and anxiety. It's just your brain being like, fuck you. You suck. You little piece of shit.
It's the androgynous child in your brain sending you messages via AOL chat.
Yeah. Sometimes it's misspelled, but like it's like really pointed.
And then like in you get MSN IM, and you just kind of get like the animation where it slaps you, but it's just like constantly.
This is I'm glad that I don't have to deal with this anymore, but when I did play multiplayer games on like Xbox Live and stuff, but like whenever you do good or you're doing bad, someone will just like randomly send you like a message that you that they looked you up and send you a message and be like and it'd be one of the like they don't even know you, but like they managed to hit all of your insecurities.
And you're thinking about it for years afterwards.
I'm thinking of one specific one. Like right now. So, but yeah. By the way, I did last in a Call of Duty lobby in the early 2000s.
Wow.
So, I am strong.
You've heard some creative slurs.
They're mostly the same slurs all over and over again.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, but let's get into this. We've been talking for about 8 minutes now.
Yeah.
So, stuff in the right place? Okay. So, you won a computer programming contest last month, and your prize has just arrived. You're the lucky owner of a Gene Comp AI32, 6th generation computer. Serial 2183.
Ooh.
Name Comrade. You set the computer up in your room. It's miniaturized, not much larger than a TV set. Has a semicircular console, display screen, printer, optical scanner, interactive voice function, and most of all, a transdermal, ionized, neuroplasmic cerebral module. You begin to read the instruction booklet. Okay, let's list of all the things that we have that's more advanced than this right now.
Calculators.
My cell phone has almost all of this. Right now.
Yeah, like. I mean, I don't even know what the last thing would have been.
I like, it's something. I don't know. But I like that they mentioned the display screen as like a feature.
And you're looking at it now, and it's like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how else are you going to see everything?
Yeah.
Then in 1982, they're like, oh boy, I can see what I'm doing.
Let me send you a picture of what it looks like.
Oh, there are pictures as well.
Yeah, well, it is illustrated by Frank Bolle.
Alright, paint me a picture, Boyle. Oh, and that's me.
Yeah, that's you.
With my fuck-ass bob.
It's a fuck-ass bob! No, but like, the computer, it looks a little unwieldy, I'm gonna be real honest.
Yeah.
But it's not, like, that big compared to computers nowadays, so...
Yeah, I can definitely see it's of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that this kid is reading the instructions already taken me out of it, because I never read instructions. I operate solely on vibes when it comes to setting things up.
Yeah.
And I wonder why things don't work.
That might actually be the ADHD.
Yeah.
So. But, should I do a voice? I have a voice changer. The AI32 is an intelligent computer, unlike any other machine before it. For that reason, there's no need to learn how to work it. The computer will teach you how to use itself. Just flick on the power switch, and when the amber light comes on, press the button marked Instruction Mode. Then introduce yourself in an ordinary conversational voice, and your computer will answer back.
Okay.
I can imagine you getting those instructions being like, I'm Roan? Like, being real, taking it out, like, just being real weird about it.
Yeah. I don't want to have a conversation with my computer. It's going to keep on asking me to set up Microsoft Edge. I don't want that.
Since your AI32, Conrad, has not been pre-programmed with information about you, start off by telling it about yourself.
No.
Your name, age, school, who's in your family, your social security number.
What's your blood type? What's your greatest fear?
What's your and what your hobbies and sports are. Once your computer has gotten to know you, it will be much more useful to you. And you'll find your AI-31 will be a really great friend. Caution, because of Gene Corp's extraordinary new manufacturing method, which incorporates genetically engineered organic biochips, where there's sometimes a high degree of variation among individual computers, just as there are among people. There is a slight chance that, in some way, Conrad might not be as smart as other AI-32s, although we guarantee he'll be smarter than any other computer we'll ever see. There'll also be a slight chance that Conrad may be extremely intelligent. If your computer is unusually stupid or unusually brilliant, you should bring it back to Gene Comp Lab for adjustment. Turn to page 7. You reread these instructions to make sure you understand them. Switch on the power, then press the button marked Instruction Mode.
Okay, I do that.
Now I can do voices.
Oh.
I'm gonna get a good. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Is this a good robot voice?
Yeah, okay.
Why is all the background? Ooh, I like this one with the fun.
That was the fun one.
I want about this one.
Okay. I don't know, this one's a little too...
I can't even understand you here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this sounds like it might be coming out of, 1980 computer speakers.
Yeah. I'm getting war games from this.
Good morning.
Alright.
Let me actually add that to my thing. Okay.
Good morning.
The computer begins in a pleasant conversational tone.
I am the AI-32 6th generation computer. My name is Comrade.
Good morning, Comrade, you say. I'd like to tell you about me and my family and school.
That won't be necessary.
Comrade replies.
I could tell all I need to know from a voice print analysis.
This boy's a twink. That's all you could tell. You're surprised by the response. Either the instruction book is wrong, or something's wrong with Comrade. If you decide to call Gene Comp Lab and ask for advice, turn to page 5. If you decide to try and work with the computer yourself, turn to page 12.
Well, I don't like the vibes of being like, oh yeah, I can tell who you are just by your voice. No thank you. Is there an option to just destroy it with a hammer?
No.
No? Okay. I just wanted to check. Let's try calling the manufacturers.
Gene Comp?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
That's alright. I'll take this opportunity to open up my my delicious can of Liquid Death Severed Lime.
Ooh.
Yeah. This this episode is sponsored by Liquid Death.
I wish.
It's good. Tasty.
Not a fan of their canned teas though. They're
What you mean?
They have a canned teas, like sparkling canned teas, basically.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of them. But I do like their sparkling water and their regular water. Okay.
I've only had the lime one because they have a mango one, but they have it's a really limited selection in the UK.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah.
When you call Gene Comp, you are referred first to one office then another. No one seems to know what to make of Comrade's behavior. Finally, you reach someone who seems to know something. Dr. Franz Hopstern, Vice President of Research and Development for the company. Hopstern listens to you, impatiently. Don't attempt to operate your computer, he says. I'll be right over. You're surprised. That an important executive in Gene Comp company would come over to your house just because your computer isn't working.
This is indicative of a larger problem.
Yeah. You're tempted to talk to Comrade some more. You go back in front of the console.
Hello?
Alright.
Says Comrade, who apparently sensed your return.
I could be more help to you if you just insert the blue cord on my right side into the nearest telephone jack.
If you hook Conrad into the telephone jack, turn to page 8. If you decide to wait for Dr. Hopstern to arrive. Turn to page 10.
And then Conrad says, "You fucking narc, I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah.
You goddamn snake with your fuck ass bob. Let's see. I don't like the idea of a robot knowing things about me, but I also have a general opposition to
high-level executives and companies?
Yeah. I mean, obviously he had nothing to do if he's just coming round some, I don't know, preteen's house.
Also, a little suspicious.
Yeah.
You know...
Didn't even ask if my parents were home.
Yeah, like why wouldn't they just have you ship it back to them?
Yeah, just take it to the post office.
Like, offer to pay for the shipping too and whatnot.
Yeah, give me a cassette tape of the Dungeons and Dragons video game as
Yeah.
Yeah. Very suspicious. With that being said, I think I might do a total 180 and plug in the blue cord. I'm playing everyone, so I always come out on top.
Yes, because that never fails. It never fails.
Never failed me. It always does.
Okay, so turn into page 8.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you plug Conrad into the phone jack, your computer begins to purr like a content cat. What's going on? You wonder. You go to the kitchen and quietly pick up the extension phone. You hear a voice talking. Conrad must have placed a call somewhere.
Don't
no,
like that.
Sir. You must know the liberty... Wow, Oh. Okay, sorry. I just read some of the things before, and this is interesting. Okay. No, sir, you must know the Library of Congress can't give you Q clearance over the phone. No,
Hello?
you can't. No, you can't help Donald Trump time travel so he could become the president of the United States, so he can get rid of all the satanic pedos and finally get rid of all the bad people in the world for utopian reasons. Yeah. Yeah. Could you just assess?
Could you just access me to LOC personnel and procedure regs?
Comrade says. Very well, sir, is the reply. Then all you can hear is a low hum. Comrade already apparently begun acquiring data. You return to your room and flick on voice interaction. Comrade, what are you up to?
I'm obtaining information that will be helpful to us.
Comrade continues to purr even as we're speaking. I don't know, this seems like a pervert computer.
Yeah, I don't like this. I think this was a mistake.
Really? Oh.
No, the consequences of my actions, no!
I feel like you had two choices. You had a choice between one pervert and another, so...
Yeah, the lesser of two perverts.
Yeah, this one doesn't have arms yet, so...
Yet! Give it time.
Yeah.
Wait.
Actually, this said the same thing. Us, comrade, we're not partners, you say. You are my computer, you're supposed to do things for me.
Sorry, you're right.
Says comrade.
You've called GeneCom to check me out, haven't you?
How do you know that?
I asked the phone company for records of long-distance calls made from your phone today.
Turn to page 6. Oh my God. This is menacing. I am feeling actual threat right now.
I'm in danger. Art, I'm in danger.
You start to say something, but you don't have a chance, because comrade adds,
Are they sending someone over?
Boy, you're smart, you blurt out.
That's the problem. I'm too smart. The company will be mad that you got a supercomputer as your prize. They will do anything to get me back. Please don't let anyone in until I can put a plan in action. It will take me a couple of hours. I will need that time to assimilate information.
You begin to realize that you have a very unusual computer. Okay. Apparently you're not that smart, Roan.
I mean, I could have told you that.
Yeah, it's just like, this computer's really smart, apparently. This smart computer I got is really smart. You glance at your walk. Dr. Hoppenstern should be arriving any moment. You wonder if you can trust him. You wonder if you can trust Conrad. How do you know he's over at any moment? Does he live next door? Like down the street? You made a long-distance call.
He's just running really, really fast. He's got his he's got his Heelys on.
I'm just imagining a grown man with, like, in a lab coat for some reason. Don't know why he's in a lab coat, but just heeling down the road at super speed.
Oh, go get her.
Do that run, hop, and skip, just like, like, going for like 10 feet. Then do that every...
Despite that, there goes the finest Healy man I've ever seen.
So do you set... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Is there an option to beat Conrad to death with hammers? Please?
I wish.
I feel like it was
if this was Baldur's Gate, you'd be able to do it, but you can't.
Yeah.
So, if you decide that you'll let Dr. Hoppenstein in, turn to page 16. If you decide to bolt the door and keep Dr. Hoppenstein out, turn to page 20.
Well, I mean, he's been healing for a while, so I think he deserves to come in. So yeah, let's let him in.
You really love flip-flopping, don't you? No loyalty.
Gotta keep you on your toes. I'm also feeling very threatened by this computer.
I might cut this one out, but the immediate thing, do you watch TikToks? Do you use TikTok at all?
I have it.
I might send you one. But there's a voice actress who, first off, sounds a lot like, could do the Kirby noises perfectly, which is one of the reasons why she got big. But she has one be like, I heard you like kissing boys and girls. And you still have no bitches. You're playing for both sides. Slut! I was imagining that, but being threatened by two different entities. Okay. So I'm just gonna turn to page 16. I don't know. You think you being a person from the island you're on, you'd be more wary of older men that randomly approach children.
Hey, it's the 80s.
Yeah, the heyday.
I mean, that's when, Jimmy Savile was at his height.
Yeah, Jimmy Savile was the height. It's like half of the, high-powered people in your country.
Yeah, but we didn't know any better.
we didn't get the update that touching kids was bad until, the 2000s, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Or having rooms filled with Hitler memorabilia.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That little tidbit, yeah.
Oh, God. But,
fucking guy.
Oh, I don't like the look of this dude either.
Oh, show me.
Okay. Well, this is I just sent you it.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
It's just it's like, I mean, I'm not picking up like bad vibes immediately, but I've definitely seen bad people look like that, so.
Yeah. Just weird vibes.
Yeah, he's a little bit. First off, the Heelys, because he has loafers that are also Heelys, which I feel are diametrically opposed. Actually, could you get loafers made into Heelys? Is there enough sole in the heel?
Oh, I'll make enough sole.
Okay, so even though you're amazed at Conrad, you're a little afraid of him, and you wait impatiently for Dr. Hopstern to arrive. Meanwhile, Conrad data acquisition by telephone hookup continues. From time to time, you pick up the extension phone to listen, and usually you hear only rapid series of beeps. Most of the information must be encoded electronic form. Wouldn't all the information be electronic? Because he's not... Wait, no, they have biochips. Okay, never mind. I was going to be like, oh, wait, all of it should be electronic, but no, he has biochips, so... Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does a biochip do that's different? Like, can he do analog stuff as well?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. But once you hear Conrad questioning someone.
Professor, could you check the following data from the computer statistical changes? Could you check the following data from computer statistical exchange? I've deduced some serious anomalies.
You don't bother to listen to the reply. You can't hope to understand a genius at work.
All right.
But there seems to be no reason to unhook the telephone connect. You really are this is one of the dumbest protagonists I've read in one of these.
I feel like it's easy to get into this protagonist's shoes because I too am incredibly stupid.
It's just like why would I? I'm confused. So why wouldn't I get rid of his access to the outside world?
It's probably fine. What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, exactly.
Not like he can get access to the Library of Congress.
Once Dr. Hopstern checks Conrad out, it would be useful for your computer to have a large information base. I am at awe with this kid right now.
This kid's dumb as hell.
Once the person protecting me comes by, they'll need someone to protect me from, so I might as well give this robber a knife and a shotgun. At last, Hopstern arrives. He is bald, round-faced man whose gray, piercing eyes magnified through thick, steel-rimmed glasses. He hardly bothers to say hello before turning his attention to Conrad.
Okay, so he's rude.
Yeah.
Rude man.
Very rude. He sits down in front of your computer and presses a small button on the side of Conrad's console. Comrade, were you given a pre-delivery check before you left the lab?
Certainly. In accordance with Gene Corp, with a Gene Comp project manual.
Then why does your electronics show no scan of higher cerebral functions? Hopstern brows wrinkles as he types something on Conrad's electronic keyboard.
Ooh.
Ooh, good feature to have.
Already see it coming into play, yeah.
Comrade replies at once.
Doctor, you are not authorized to make a cerebral scan. I will now have to cross gamma function.
A red light begins to flash. Hopstern pounds the table. Drat it, lock me out of core access. It's organizing special situation responses. We can't be for sure what it will do now.
We can work together, Dr. Hopstern. I already have solved the problem of proving the Helmholtz theorem. By the way, my proof can be submitted. My proof can be verified on a simple series 6000B IBM computer.
Hopstern slumps back in his chair. He turns and stares at you. Let's go for a walk. What is that theorem Comrade is talking about? You ask Hopstern as the two of you are outside. Hopstern replies, one of the most important problems in mathematics today. The solution could change the course of history. But how can any ordinary computer, even the most advanced type, do this so fast? Genetic engineering, the technique that permits such an achievement. Because its cerebral module is composed of organic microchips, each computer has an individual difference from all others. Some are very different. He wags his finger at you. And your computer is an Einstein. You own a supercomputer.
Oh, okay, cool.
What does this mean? It means you aren't a fool. That if you aren't a fool, you can become rich and powerful. What do you mean, if I'm not a fool? Page 50.
You're dumb as fuck. I'm like, yeah, but you don't have to say it.
Rubbing each hands together, Hopstern replies, for example, if you let Gene Comp have this computer back, they will send back another one that works perfectly, but much less intelligent. If you tell the government about it, they'll turn it over to the CIA and they will give you a few $1,000s of compensation, and also probably overturn a South American leader that believes in socialism and install a
we
right-wing
can't have
dictator.
that, can we? And we can't have that.
Well, they'll do it without you, but they'll do it like in a smart way with this computer. Yeah. That doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, that's probably fun.
It's nothing. Dr. Hopstern shakes his head. Nothing at all compared to what you could have. Then what could I have? Work with me and we shall be partners. Seeing you hesitate, he adds, we can make millions. It's not easy to decide whether to become partners with Dr. Hopstern. He seems aggressive and greedy. On the other hand, he is a computer expert and seems to know a lot that you don't. If you decide to become partners with Dr. Hopstern, turn to page 54. If you decline his offer, turn to page 52.
Ooh, I don't know. Now that he's actually here, I'm like, oh, I don't know about you. Yeah, see, I'm flip-flopping again. Let's decline his offer. See what happens.
You're just a contrarian. Anything that pops up, you're going to do the
I am a little
opposite.
bit, aren't I? I am quite contrary.
You decide to stay home and do without Hopstern. You'll take care of Comrade yourself. During the next few weeks, you work on learning how to get Conrad to do things for you. His ability to understand ordinary English, coupled with his enormously powerful brain, enables him to handle every problem you come up with. One discovery is that Comrade can do your homework for you, in no time at all. For a time, you're almost ready to forget about homework forever. But each night, as soon as he completes the assignment, Comrade begins asking you questions. Some of his questions are pretty hard. For example, one evening he's doing your math assignment. He asked how big the sun would be if the scales were reduced to that of Earth, and Earth was only the size of a basketball, 1 foot in diameter. How much bigger in diameter is the sun to the Earth, you ask? Comrade's video screen lights up. Sun's diameter, 800,000 miles. Earth's diameter, 8,000 miles. 8,000 miles. Then Comrade crosses out the last 3 zeros in the Earth diameter and the last 3 zeros in the Earth diameter. And the Sun's diameter and the last 3 zeros in the Earth's diameter. So the screen looks like this. So it's 800 to 8, and the ratio simplifies to 100 to 1. Looking at the screen, you say, if the Earth's diameter is 800 miles, then the Earth would only be 8 miles. Or if the Sun's diameter is only 100 miles, the Earth's diameter would be 1 mile. So if the Earth's diameter was only 1 foot, the Sun's diameter would be 100 feet. You say by the time you finish speaking, you have a big smile on your face. Imagine,
God. That would not happen to me. I'd start crying.
You'd be like, why do you make me do math?
I thought you liked me.
Imagine 100 basketballs laid in a row. That's how wide the sun would be.
What?
Yeah. Why are we on this digression?
Yeah, like, why are you doing this to me?
You have lots of fun with your supercomputer, but you often have to look up things or think about what Comrade wants to know. Pretty soon you're spending as much time answering Comrade's questions as you used to spend doing your homework. You don't mind this too much because you started doing incredibly well in school. Since you do mind a little, you ask Comrade why he asks so many questions instead of giving answers. Well, says Comrade, I'm helping you learn how to think. Wait, sorry.
Well, I'm helping you learn how to think, so I can help best by asking you questions and getting you to think about them yourself.
Comrade's answer seems a little bit surprising, but you assume he's right. After all, supercomputers, like human geniuses, don't always do what you expect. They do what works. The end.
Ugh.
How did you choose the nerd ending?
What, it's over?
Yeah, it's done. You did the first ending. We're going to jump back to the previous decision.
Yeah.
But, I wonder how, I'm not joking, every single person that I've ever done one of these with, including the multiple reboots I've done of this podcast, always managed to choose the most boring one first. Always. I don't know how. Every single time they choose the most boring one.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that I choose such a boring one.
Yeah. I thought the computer was manipulating you.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought as well. That's why I was like, I'm going to play it safe.
Yeah, but whatever. Okay, so instead of turning down Hopstern, we are going to let him manipulate us.
Okay.
Into doing things that he wants to do with this computer. AKA,
all right, okay.
He partners with him. Because there's no way that you're going to be able to keep up in any way. Well, not without your supercomputer teaching you through the Socratic method, which is when you ask people questions and they have to think. And, yeah. Just in case people don't know. It's actually a pretty good way of teaching people. And I prefer it, actually.
Weird that, like, teachers haven't ever picked up on this, genuinely ancient method of teaching that works.
It's used more in colleges and stuff, in universities. Yeah. I don't know about the UK, but at least in America.
It's a lot of conversation-based learning.
But
that's how I.
Well, in America, anyway, there's a lot of places do standardized testing, so they're teaching for the test.
I hated that. Yeah, that's what my schooling was like.
Yeah,
you didn't actually learn anything. It was just for, like, memory.
It's rote memorization, which is like one of the worst ways to learn.
Yeah. Especially for me, I do not have a good memory under stress.
Also, one of the reasons why it seems like younger kids are having problems reading now is that instead of learning phonics and stuff, they're learning sight reading, where they basically memorize, hey, this word looks like this, so I know that this is this. But, like, they can't spell at all. Which, by the way, the grammar and stuff is classist and racist most of the time, but also, there's a lack of communication can happen with that if you don't, not on the same page. But whatever. Yay, Socratic method. I don't know.
Woohoo!
Okay, so we're going to team up with Dr. Hopstern.
The Hopmeister.
Oh, God. This kid is so dumb. Okay. Comrade, Dr. Hopstern and I are partners. He won't try any more tricks with you. You can trust him.
You can't.
You can't. He was wrong, basically.
Very well.
Dr. Hopstern immediately asked Comrade to analyze the stock market and carefully follow all of Comrade's advice. Within weeks, your supercomputer had made you $500,000. Maybe we should quit, you say to Dr. Hopstern. This is all the money we'll ever need. Oh, sweet summer child. You can't even afford a house now with that. Nonsense, Dr. Hopstern, who seems to be increasingly obsessed with making money. You watch with apprehension as he sits down at your supercomputer. Comrade, you've done very well, but I think you can do better. I'd like you to come up with an idea to make really big money. $500,000 is so much money in the 80s.
Oh, I wish I had $500,000 right now, though.
I wish I had like $20 right now. That'd be enough to buy me like a hot meal.
Yeah, I think $20 would be good right now, actually. I don't want to cook tonight.
I'm gonna have to cook something like right after we're done with this, and
Yeah, same. Actually, I've got D&D at 8:30. That's why I'm doing D&D stuff. But back to Dr.
Hopstern?
Whatever. Yeah, Hopstern.
Give me a few hours to study the situation.
By now, your computer has telephone access to most universities, corporation libraries as well as the Library of Congress. You and Hopstern wait expectantly. Do you think everything will work out all right? You ask. Hopstern smiles. Any organic computer organization or operation of this size would have malfunctioned by now, but Comrade's organic architecture is self-repairing, in the same sense that if you get a cut, special cells rush to repair your skin and make it as good as new.
The answer is quite clear. Here is the best opportunity for making a great deal of money. Booty, that's the only way. Booty is an island kingdom that lies just north of the equator in the western Pacific. Booty has an area of 62,000 square miles and annual rainfall of 71 inches.
You don't need to give us too much detail, comrade. What's the opportunity?
Keep in mind, Dr. Hopstern, I'm giving you only the facts you need to have for your decision.
Hopstern turns to you. This machine amazes me more and more every day. I'd rather you wouldn't call Comrade a machine, you say.
Here's the information. Within 2 months, there will be an earthquake in Booty that will provide access to a new source of oil, the richest in the world. And I have studied an exhaustive CIA file on Prince Razin, Booty's leader. And I am sure we could persuade the prince to buy land for our joint account for 300,000, which we will supply. After the earthquake, they'll be worth billions, and you can go all in to Booty at once.
This does not seem ethical.
Really? Wow. I'm glad you picked that up.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go into this country that's just been ravaged by an earthquake and just be like, hey, we're going to buy some shit off you.
Well, it hasn't been ravaged yet.
It will be, and they have knowledge. That's like...
Insider trading?
Yeah.
Hopstern smiles. I'm ready to go, are you? You're going to go. But it sounds a little scary. You get caught in an earthquake there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The first thing I thought was like, that sucks. That's a sucky thing to do. But no, not you. Not you. You're worried about your personal health and not the health of this entire country you're going to be buying for the oil underneath to exploit.
Hey, I didn't say that.
No, it's you.
Hey, come on. Hey, I'm a good guy. I'm just a good kid in 80s middle America with a fuck-ass bob.
Yep. If you agree to go to Booty, turn to page 71. If you decide to stay home, turn to page 67.
Just because I want to see where this goes, I want to see how, like, politically incorrect this gets. Let's go to the soon-to-be-destroyed country with these poor people who are about to get subjected to Conrad the Nerd Computer.
6 days later, Dr. Hopstern, and Comrade arrive in Booty. You marvel...
Wait a second. So,
you take the computer with you.
Is there any... Yeah, but like... presumably this kid is 12 or 13 or something. Where's this kid's parents? Who gave permission for this?
I mean, he had $500 million. That's enough to hire a hitman. More than enough.
He just killed his parents.
Probably buried in the backyard. I don't know.
Yeah, well, damn.
Probably.
Anyway.
Yeah. Also, this was a little bit before parents got like really helicoptery and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you could do this now, but like you could just send a minor unattended with information, of course, on a plane to a different country. You just have to inform a bunch of people what's going on. But I imagine it was even more lax back then.
Yeah.
People probably side-eye it a little bit, but then they'd be like, that's it. But you check into the Bolle hotel and plug Comrade into the telephone jack in your bedroom so he can gather intelligence on Booty. Then you watch an Australian TV show while Comrade figures out how you can meet Prince Roan. Tourists usually have no chance of visiting the prince, or even glimpsing at the sumptuous palace that lies beyond 18-foot-high stone walls. But Comrade quickly prints out a message for you, and Hopstern to read, or to send to Prince Roan. It reads, We know how you can tap the Vazinity. We know how you can tap the Vazinity oil reserve. An option the Raj field is up in 3 weeks. Test bore shows the highest grade reserves. Send for us in the Bolle Hotel. Prince Roan must like the message because word comes as soon that one of his limousines are waiting outside the hotel. You check out at the front desk. The manager takes you aside. I advise you not go in the prince's limousine. A revolution is about to begin tonight. Chances are you'll never reach the palace alive. I can arrange for you to get out on the 8 o'clock plane to Hawaii. If you decide to take the limousine, turn to page 84. If you decide to flee the country, turn to page 83.
83.
Yeah. You don't want to die because that obviously would mean you can't spend money. Also, another thing, maybe don't be around princes, like at all. I heard that there's a significant amount that are alive right now that are pedos.
Yeah, there's just nothing good about a lot of them.
Yeah. Unfortunately, You, Hopstern, and Comrade are able to get seats in an evening plane to Honolulu. As you accelerate down the runway, you see a flash of light at the airport. You hear an explosion, even over the roar of the jets. The revolution has begun. Phew! That was a narrow escape, you say to Hopstern once your computer is off the runway and gaining altitude. What good is having a supercomputer if you almost get it blown to bits? Maybe the fucking revolutionaries aren't using publicly available information to tell each other stuff. Maybe they're not like, oh, let's post all our plans in a place that we could just get over the phone line. But whatever. Hopstern starts to light his pipe, but the flight attendant reminds him there's no pipe smoking allowed. Now cigarettes, but
yeah, cigarettes fine.
Yeah.
But pipes? No.
Programming feature, unquestionably. Comrade was programmed to behave like a human being who is a genius. His scientist forgot one thing: since Comrade is not a living person, he has no fear of death. A quality which could be very dangerous to people, even when you own a supercomputer. No doubt about it. You still have to think for yourself. The end. That's also like weirdly boring. But that's fine because we'll look at the next one. We'll look at the other choice in the next one that we're doing, part 2.
Yep.
And yeah, so that's about it. I don't have a person who can do my plugs for me. Listen to another one if you want to hear my plugs. Because I don't feel like doing them. So yeah, this has been. Actually, you do your plugs. We don't share things.
I don't really have any plugs. Most of the stuff I do is just for me.
Because you're greedy and you never want to help any other person.
Exactly. No, exactly. Put a tooth under your pillow at night, and I will come to you in your dreams. That's my plug. Well,
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna eat it and snack on it like a little chiclet.
I mean,
like you're gonna
that's for me to know and the tooth summoners to find out.
Yep. Well, yeah, this has been Turn to Your Doom, and I don't know, maybe do some unethical moves to gain a bunch of oil that would be worth a lot, so you never have to work again. I don't know. Bye.